On this episode of Mike Colameco's Real Food, we'll visit a great new restaurant in Midtown.
We'll be your crash test dummies.
And spend a day with Chef Michael White at his latest venture, ifiori.
This is the VIP chop.
That's gonna be sick. Put my name on that.
We'll see his take on a cuisine that's part French, part Italian.
Arrest somebody for this idea.
And then the chef will demo a few of his newest signature dishes.
Oh, you freaking artsy guys.
It's all coming up next.
I'm Mike Colameco, chef and food lover. Come with me and meet some of today's most interesting chefs and their crews that work in their kitchens. Real chefs, real restaurants, and real recipes. That's what's on the menu. This is Mike Colameco's Real Food.
In the last 10 years, there haven't been a whole lot of major restaurants to open. Things have moved downtown, they've moved small, they've moved casual. There's been a big recession or two. So things like Corton, places like Maria, are kind of the rare bird these days. ifiori's one of these. It's a full-on, fantastic chef-driven restaurant. 3 stars, 4 stars, I don't count stars. It's one of my favorite restaurants to open in New York in the last decade. Let's go inside and meet the team that put this whole thing together. All right, Chef Michael White, if you've watched this show for years, this is, I think, the fourth time you've been on here. Great career arc. We've watched you go from downtown Fiamma to great successes uptown, and now ifiori, which, congratulations, another 3-star in the bank. Talk to me about the concept of this place. You've done Southern, you've done Northern, you've done Italian seafood.
This is the first time I get to bridge my South of France experiences that I have. It gives me the opportunity to take the Italian lens and look at France in a different way. People think that Italy is a tight-knit area, and it is maybe to the American consumer. But if you go into the north of Italy, and you'll see bollito misto. In France, it's called pot-au-feu, and in Austria, it's called Tablspitz. You really kind of, I like to say, learn flavor and taste memory in Italy. But when you go to France, you really learn the method and technique. I play inside the Italian box, and I push it in each corner. It makes for quite a bit of fun.
It needs concassé with a dice, with a couple fava beans in it. So we have caramelized grapefruit.
On the left side.
On the left side. Romaine. Potato salad, which has a little bit of remoulade, Dijon mustard. So all the flavors of the south of France, and we'll dress it with a little blood orange vinaigrette.
Beautiful plate, man.
So
that's a main course for lunch.
That's a main course lobster salad for lunchtime.
Yeah. Dude, it's a plate of food.
Yeah.
2 minutes 55, guys.
So tell me what we got going on here. Sorry.
So we have some Mediterranean sardines, a little tomato conserva, chickpeas, and we make what we're kind of calling like a farinata, which is like a little puree of chickpea, and then putting it in between very thinly pressed focaccia, and it makes a cracker. That's all you need.
Mike, what's this pasta? This is beautiful.
Thank you. Tortelli, ricotta, and mascarpone, and then we put boschetto cheese, and then we drizzle a little bit of red wine glaze on top of it. Very simple. 3 ingredients: parmigiano. Yep.
Burger medium.
Medium. That right there is
the famous burger. That's the
burger that I've never been able to do, but now I'm doing.
Yeah, that's a hell of a burger.
But it's white American cheese, right? Michael White, get it? White.
Oh. Classic.
Yeah, absolutely.
This place is Lux. It's 5th Avenue. It's big. Talk a bit about the opening, and if you could, a bit about the team. Because when I realized who you put together here,
it's about the team.
It was like you put this band together with some of the greatest players in the city.
We are doing about 8,000 customers a week, and we have close to 600 employees now. There's a preconceived idea that I'm flipping every pasta, and I'm really the quarterback or the editor, kind of like, I couldn't have people putting certain ingredients together that didn't make sense for us, but we sit around at round tables and everybody has a voice in my kitchen. Chris Jekyll, the chef de cuisine here, who was at Morimoto for quite some time, the number 2 here was at Nobu. It's great. It's really great. It's a think tank type of atmosphere. And I always tell the guys and girls that work for me, can you imagine we get paid for what we're doing?
Yeah.
It's really magical.
Everything about restaurants like what Mike White's doing now is teamwork, teamwork, teamwork. Anytime chefs have multiple restaurants, even within a restaurant, it's about teamwork. Chris Jekyll, you're going to walk us through some dishes on the hotline as they come up in the past. I love this. This is the halibut.
Yeah, so what we have here is a slow-cooked halibut. It's cooked in something called a holomat, which is a Swiss slow-cooking oven. Dry heat, but it's heated on 4 sides, so it's very, very even. So the fish goes in, takes about 30 minutes, but the texture is the same all the way through.
It's like sous vide, but it's not sous vide.
It's very similar, yes. Then you have a ginger-flavored hollandaise pea puree in here with sautéed morels, and then we have some foie gras stuffed morels. It's a mixture of foie gras and halibut meat.
Classical cuisine in a way. I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
this is classic stuff we're doing.
peas, morels, asparagus in the spring.
It's beautiful, and it doesn't get any more traditional, just reinterpreted.
Let's see, we haven't seen a meat dish. Slide that down before
Yeah.
they go in the past.
Chris,
Can we see that?
You have braised beef cheeks.
Daube of beef, classic, man. Daube of beef Provençal, classic Southern French.
Yeah,
Marinated in red wine.
Red wine,
Yeah.
whole olives, tomatoes. And then the braising liquid is reduced down, fortified with some orange zest
Yeah.
to help. Orange is also very
Provençal.
traditional to the dough. Yeah, it's very, very traditional. Some horseradish shaved over the top of it, and that's it.
Delicious. The end of winter.
Have you guys done pasta yet?
No, we should probably walk down to the pasta
Yeah, let's
side
get
and
it.
this.
All right, so we're working on a new soup for lunch, minestrone style. Right now I'm about to cook a couple and see if they expand or they're the right size to fit on the spoon. Because they're fresh and not frozen or been refrigerated yet, we just made them. They're gonna cook very, very quickly.
We'll be your crash test dummies.
So since the brothy soup, we're using the bouillon style spoon. All right, so you just wanna make sure, it looks like it fits nicely, so this is gonna be a good size and shape. You might as well get in there.
Home run, brother. Hot stuff. Behind you.
Behind.
This is a crazy corner.
Yeah.
One lamb, please.
Chef, tell me what we're doing here, Big Daddy.
What you have is a crab salad. It's our little interpretation of something that's done in that region. Curry ended up kind of coming into that realm somehow through the spice trade and what have you. So we have a little blend of some spices. You have avocado slices on the bottom. You have a grapefruit foam, which is used with Versawhip powder. And then you have the cells or the little segments of grapefruit that are done with the liquid nitrogen, where they're kind of just smashed and separated because it's so cold that they break apart.
Looks super simple. 18, 20 ingredients, all sorts of techniques.
Something for everybody, right?
Love it.
All right.
Wait a minute. Sweetbreads, lobster, and slow-cooked egg? Arrest somebody for this idea. So we have deep-fried sweetbread nuggets. They've been breaded and fried to their sweet bready bestness. Butter-poached lobster, and in the center of all of this mayhem is a perfectly slow-cooked, free-range egg. Flavor Bomb City. We're here with Eben Freeman, who I have known for years in this kind of a relationship. You can do demo 2 cocktails say at ifiori. Talk about them and why.
It's my job to sort of take their vocabulary, bring it out here, and as you'll see today, we're lucky here at ifiori, since we're doing the Riviera cuisine, that not only do I have Italian ingredients to be working with, but also French flavors coming in as well. What we're going to start with right in our glass is a few dashes of that lactart milk acid. Then the next flavor we're going to put in there is Beefeater gin that we've infused with saffron.
Sick color.
The next product we're going to put in is a sweeter white vermouth. And this is where you're going to get those bittering herbs, those digestive herbs. We're going to top this with gazzozza.
Look at that beautiful color, man.
We're just going to mist a little bit of absinthe over the top of that drink. So you've got lemon, you've got fennel, you've got saffron, you know, you're right there in the Riviera with all this going on.
Eben, you got it, man. Saffron never goes away. I mean, it's like almost like honey.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty much a straight up boring Negroni guy. Like, that's been my aperitivo since I was 11, I think. But I can tell you what, if I had to switch over, maybe tonight, one more.
Let's do it. Well, here's something a little bit more up your alley, a little stronger. I call this a fortissimo, which is not only strong, but sort of loud.
All right, go to work. Make it away.
Excellent. Let's do it. We're going to start off with a dash of Regan's Orange Bitters. And we're going to put in some zucca that's flavored with both rhubarb. Then we're going to put equal parts of Italy and France in this. 1.5 ounces of grappa, another 1.5 ounces of Pinot di Syrah, which are basically unaged cognac.
I love it. I see the cultural blending too here, man. We're crossing
France
the border.
and Italy, baby. Yeah.
Salud. This might be a great way to begin the meal or even to end the meal. It might sound strange. I could see this at the end of the meal too.
Oh yeah, you could definitely do that on either end.
Evan Freeman, thank you. Great to see you with this
Pleasure.
great
So great
team.
seeing you again, Mike.
We're here with Chris Tristu, and one of the things I love to catch in restaurants is like what's going on. So talk to me about this dish, because what caught my eye was caul fat. I love this idea of doing anything in clay So what do we have going on?
Over here we have the lamb. We buy lamb racks. We slow cook them. Over here we have the mix. We grind that up earlier today. With the lamb we mix up foie gras, equal quantity salt and pink salt.
Show me one of these things.
From here we're going to encase the rack. We use activa just to hold and bind the meat together on it.
So we have the force meat wrapping this beautiful lamb that's perfect. And then do the crepinette trick for me, because I love this idea. Let's see that big, look at that piece of foie gras.
That's a juicy one.
That is juicy, man.
This is the VIP chop.
That's going to be sick. Put my name on that. And then we'll talk about this crepinette, because this crepinette's so old school. Crepinette comes from the belly of pigs.
The lining of a pig.
The lining of the pig.
The
lining of the pig's stomach.
Hold it up a little bit. We soak it overnight.
Look at that. It's this beautiful lacy membrane that you wrap things with, and it just basically dissolves and bastes things as they go. It's like magic stuff, man. I don't know, like years ago, who knows who the butcher, the chef, the charcuterie guy was. You'll see force meats wrapped in this all the time. Saucisson gets wrapped in this.
Exactly, yeah. You just want one layer. I start from the edge. Wrap it and roll it. I kind of leave a long piece on this side so that it actually wraps up nicely close to the bone.
By the bone side, yeah.
So it's like...
Beautiful, man.
There we go.
It's like a beautiful little lamb lollipop now. Would you mind if I grab you when we cook a couple of these?
Not at all.
Let's do this. So they're up on a little raised rack, so they're not
Yeah.
sitting in their own juices.
No.
Anything that drips goes down.
Yeah, the cold fat will like exceed oil and
Gotcha.
fat.
Oven's
So you
about-
want that to dissolve out and actually fall to the bottom. The lamb is cooked through. The lamb is at medium rare, so you just want the crepinette on the outside to set and the actual cold fat to melt down. We have a glaze. We reduce lamb. It's like a lamb sauce, lamb glaze. We reduce it down, and then that's where the lamb comes out.
Here
really
comes
shiny.
the lamb. Perfectly comes out of the oven.
Hot wing.
Beautiful.
You don't need that. Can you take this to 92, please?
I'm here with Robert Truitt, the pastry chef at ifiori, and you and I first met
2 years ago.
Corton. And you, to me, one of the best pastry chefs in the city, if not the country.
Thank you very much. I appreciate that.
Talk to me about this.
So the idea of this dish is grapefruit with hazelnuts and anise. Very, very classic combination, and with chocolate, phenomenal. So we go ahead and we build up around. Sorry. Then followed by, this is a hazelnut puree, fresh grapefruit segments, confit. These are candied hazelnuts.
We've got like 10 things going on already on this. That's beautiful. What have we here?
This is very tender. This is a chocolate budino. In here in the center, we have a molded chocolate custard. This is a chocolate decoration. Underneath, we have a cream of caramel, cherry yogurt, and amaretti cookies.
That's crazy beautiful. I'm taking a bag of them home
Please,
tonight.
please.
And while you're describing food, and we have this beauty up here, talk to me about this.
This is our olive oil cake.
Oh man.
Finish
What is all this craziness?
This is ricotta that is blended with honey and a touch of salt. Has a touch of olive oil, and we make a salt from port as well.
Talk about like antiquity meets modernity. Like this is like the classic, almost grandma style. Not that she's making it the way you would. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like this could have been found 100 years ago in a great somebody's kitchen, and then all this stuff's like this modern twist that's beautiful. I don't know. Every damn dessert looks so good. It's just like such a tough call.
Service, please. Going to 32, all right?
Chef, talk to me about this one.
Filet of beef, braised short rib, pomme dauphine, and then we have onion 4 ways.
Full on, man. They're not holding back here. We saw this today, so this fish came in this morning.
We were breaking earlier.
Just the amberjack.
The amberjack is a very fatty fish, very high, very active fish in the Pacific. It's wrapped in very thin sheets of cucumber, topped with lemon oil, escalette pepper, finished with trout roe, basil, caracar oranges, and pansies with the purple flowers.
Look at the precision on that plate. Where'd you go to cooking school?
The Culinary Institute of America.
All right. What year? What year?
I started there in 01.
A baby. A baby. Welcome to New York, man.
Thank you.
Keep up the great work.
Service.
Want a perfectly cooked artichoke? Yeah, this is a brand new spoon, just so you know. These a hair of salt.
Man.
Sorry?
Says spring in Rome to me.
Right?
I love it, man. Artichoke heart.
That's actually not a bad idea. Like we could do like a little stracciatella, pour it into here. That almost turns into stracciatella. Thanks. That's a new move.
Put my name on the menu.
Yeah. Carciofo Colameco.
Hey, hey.
All right, we're gonna taste this?
Yeah, come around here, bro. Chef, you're gonna demo a couple of things.
We're gonna do a couple of things here. You know, squab.
I love squab.
You know, it's one of those underappreciated birds. Squab, everybody thinks pigeon. We just call it squab and it's good.
Yeah, it's delicious.
If it's on the menu, wherever I'm at, France, England,
I order
New
it.
York.
So we have squab boned out, we have a thigh, we're wrapped in bacon or pancetta.
Wrapped in bacon, exactly. This leg has been cooked in a little bit of duck fat.
Confit.
Confit, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna simply put this bacon, you can see it's confit. And I'm just gonna put this and I'm just gonna lay it right on the corner, like that.
All right.
Okay?
All right.
Not much to do there.
Not much to do
Okay?
there.
Some salt, a little kosher salt, a little pepper. So I brought the pan up to heat.
Yep.
I'm gonna lay it in away from me, okay?
So it doesn't splash,
So
we're
it
not
doesn't
burning
splash.
anybody.
Skin on. And then I'm just gonna press this a little bit.
We want the skin super crispy,
Right.
all the fat under the skin to kind of render out.
So we're gonna go into the oven.
What do we have here?
Sauces, squab.
Shoot.
Squab shoot.
So
really,
back
really
up the
simple.
bones, roast them,
Roast
bring
them,
them down.
rosemary, garlic, sage. Very, very simple.
See what they look like? Yes, they've moved along. Meantime, these guys will flip them.
We're gonna turn these over.
Perfect. And again, those were confit, so they're pre-cooked
They're already
completely
cooked.
already.
Already
So
cooked.
we're just warming them up.
So what we're doing really is we're making this rosemary oil right now. Then I'm gonna take a little bit of butter. And now I'm making this foamy butter and I'm making rosemary butter. Literally like putting like hot suntan lotion right on it right now. And they're puffed. Look at how they're puffed.
Look
right
how
now.
they, yeah, they almost souffle. Perfect. We've got these beet puree here.
So we have a little bit of roasted beef. We've taken these, roasted them in the oven, buzzed them. Adds a very, very earthy flavor to a game bird. A lot of fun.
And beets are great, man. Aren't they? Beets are just great. They taste like soil. They've got this great
Soil
minerality to
flavor.
it. Yeah. Chef, we're gonna plate this?
We're gonna plate
I think
it. Let's go.
we're at that magic moment.
Yeah, we got it. Okay. So simply, we're gonna plate this.
Yeah, simply.
Very
If
simple.
I'm here, I want it simple.
So we're gonna do it just like this.
This silky, beautiful.
Right.
That's a sick looking beet puree, man.
Okay.
And it,
We take this and we're gonna do it just like this.
oh, you
Right.
freaking artsy
Okay.
guys.
I'm just gonna simply place this on the plate. Okay. All right. And then we have, these are raw beets that I've tossed with
Shaved.
lemon oil, shaved.
Crunchy,
Okay.
delicious.
Right? And so now I'm gonna put these just like this. Okay? It's kind of like a confetti of raw vegetables. And now we're going to put pickled beets on here as well. You're probably asking me, why am I doing beets? Because as much as I want it to be spring right now, it's just not. And these are the vegetables that are available right now. And these are from from Satter Farms.
Oh yeah, Eberhard Mueller, my man.
And then we're gonna take just a simple little squab shoot.
Look at that beautiful color, man.
We're gonna put just,
Super beautiful.
we'll put a little bit more there.
Beautiful.
That's it. So you're ready, we're gonna make a pasta now, okay?
Describe to me this dish so I know what I'm getting into. It's gonna be real simple. You know my rules. End of the Colameco show, we always do something simple. Tell me what I've got going on here.
This is kind of like a warm pasta salad. And I know that people are like, what are you talking about? But I'm putting the pasta down before I even cook the dish.
So it's that fast.
It's that fast.
Okay, I love it.
Okay.
I love it. My kind of cooking, fast and easy.
So here we go. Into the okay. So we're gonna put a little bit of oil into the pan. A little bit of garlic. Okay.
Just warm.
Just warm.
Because the squid and scallops cook in no time. Let's face it, you can eat them raw.
Right away. And now I'm gonna go into a pan and I'm gonna tuck all this garlic into one area, right? And then I stick it, and that's almost my non-stick part of the pan because you really have garlic on the bottom. So I'm gonna put a little bit of chili, and now we're getting this cooking sound, this sizzling sound, okay? And the fish turns translucent.
Fish is done.
It's done.
30 seconds.
White wine.
Little
bit of
white wine.
acidity, okay?
And a little flavor. Good dry non-oak white wine.
Lemon juice.
Acid. Flavor
Couple
polishers.
of drops, right? Couple of drops. And done.
Done. Done.
Done. Now we're just gonna go right here. I'm gonna do it right in front of you. Little prezzemolo. A lot of times people put parsley in just for color.
Parsley's a food group in my
It's a
world,
food group.
man. It's delicious.
Look at this now. I'm smelling this right
Yeah.
now. I know it's coming to the point, and I'm just gonna go like this. And
We
now
have this emulsification.
I'm
It's all
naturally
glossy.
emulsifying
Yeah.
this sauce together. So this is almost like, if you will, an aglio olio pepperoncino.
It is, because
just
it's
with like a little bit of fish
Yeah.
inside of it. Now we're gonna literally just go into the plate. My daughter thinks these look like little black worms. We're gonna take this, a little bit of pan frito. You have soft textures
Yeah.
here. You have the pasta texture, the calamari.
You got
and then
me
we're
making that at home, man.
little pan frito on top. That is the dish.
Look at this beautiful, glistening, delicious. All that crunchy stuff on the outside. This is delicious, man. Pasta's like perfectly cooked. Just, this is the thing with Italian food. That simple balance. Great ingredients, super simple, super delicious. That's a winner, brother. Chef Mike White, always a pleasure. You've been on this show, I don't know, four times. I don't know how many, but I've watched your career just rise and rise. And man, you're like the big wave surfer now. You're like coming down the 50-foot face. 3 stars at Maria, 3 stars here. Morini's packed all the time. And the empire just keeps growing. Food couldn't be better. I love this place. Fiori restaurant, folks, you know the deal. We'll be back next week with more. And it is real chefs, real food, real kitchens. It's kind of why we named the show. Brother, thank you. Be well.
Thank you very much.
See you next week.
Take care.